It's no secret that this kind of sit down videos are not what I usually make, but I really wanted to make a video like this, or specifically this one, for the longest time now. When you're in school, you wait for it to end every single day. All you look forward to is the next assignment you have to submit, the next homework you have to do, the next exam you have to take, and then it suddenly ends. For me, I think I used to go to school as an escape. I used to escape situations at home with friends, with family, and I would just do schoolwork or I would go to school to escape, and then it ends, and then I don't know where to escape to. I think we had this fantasy of not going to school and staying at home and not being ruled by routines or structures or uh, no one telling us what to do and when to arrive, what to wear. I used to imagine my after school life as something very fun, and it is fun. The thing is, I used to love going to school, and I don't have to go to school now. And while I love not going to school, I also think going to school was fun to some extent because I don't have a routine now. I don't have a structure. I don't know what to do next. I have no one telling me what to do next. If anything, I have freedom. It's like I have the freedom to do whatever I want, yet I can't do whatever I want because I have responsibilities to kind of parent myself to get that done. I didn't realize how much school existed inside of me. Because the thing with routines or structures is that it structures your day and your to do list, and it also structures your identity. We all fantasize the after school versions, not the parties, not the fun you have, but the actual silence you have after school. Waking up at 12 and not knowing what day it is. Honestly, at first it feels amazing. It feels as if you have escaped a prison. But then it sounds to start a little empty. Because no one asks you if you have done your homework, and no one cares at what time you got up, and no one tells you what chapter is coming next, and that is really scary. But what I find very unsettling is not the ending or the disappearing, it's the slow transition into adulthood. A friend moves to another city, you lose contacts, you don't go to the same place you used to go for 12, 13 years. I used to grieve school, and I do. I do miss my teachers, I do miss my classrooms. I think what I do miss is structure, identity of me that came along with the structure and routines of school. Maybe that's where the honest version of you is born, not the curated one, not the reputation that you have to live for 10 years in school, not the image of you that a teacher sees in you, not the potential someone believes in you, but what you are and who you are when you are alone. Locked in your room, waking up at 12, going to sleep at 3. And somewhere along the way, I think you figure who you are. You start to really see that you are actually just someone, and you don't have a personality or you don't have an identity of your own, which honestly is very stinging to me. That's where you invent yourself, where you discover yourself. That's where you have these creative outbursts, or you try to learn something which is completely new, or you try to go back to your roots. So I have started building small routines. I have started to document small proofs I can exist out of structures and routines. So I try to build a website, or I learned hand tracking on Touch Designer. I give myself small projects with deadlines. Somewhere between figuring out a structure and routine in my life, I have also started to spend more time with family and started to spend more time with myself. I was never in touch with my emotions as I am right now, and I was never in touch with what I wanted to do. And I still am not. I'm still figuring it out. I think school introduces you to some things, and it's really up to you to go beyond those things and figure out what exactly in that domain interests you the most. And honestly, I think after school ends, you have a lot of things that you could do. And I think figuring out yourself beyond institutions is something that is so important for any individual. Because who are you if there is no structure, there is no routine, or there is no single identity that you are tied to? What if you're left alone and no one's watching? Would you still be the same person? Honestly, after school, there is no map, and I think that's where it begins in a weird way.